Hey everyone, it is Finn here and welcome back to another video where today I will be ranking every single goalkeeper in the Premier League based off of their performances this season. And obviously to do that I have created a few categories on a tier list. Yeah, tier lists, they're still relevant in 2021, right? But either way, I've created a tier list to put each goalkeeper into. Starting off on the tier list, we have best in the league, which obviously a category for those goalkeepers that have been beyond impressive and that have been the best in the Premier League this season. Under that, we've got a category called great. So not necessarily the best in the league, but they have been by far very impressive so far this season and deserve some recognition. Under that, we've got a category called good, which I mean, these goalkeepers are good. They have had a few standout performances this season and have done very, very well. And under that, we've got it is what it is, a category for goalkeepers. Neither good nor necessarily bad. They've been okay. Few good performances, few bad. It is what it is. They are okay where they are. But under that is not a category that is okay to be in. And I promise you, no one. I repeat, no one wants to be in, as it is a category because let's be honest, what is a goalkeeper tier list without a category called carriers? Which, you know what that means. It is a category for goalkeepers that really are not beneficial to their club and that are not doing well so far this season. So those are the different categories. And talking about categories, ladies and gentlemen, I would really appreciate it if you put me in your subscription category on YouTube, because if you like regular football content, you should definitely subscribe to me. I would really appreciate it. And of course, hit that like button down below if you want me to do this with other positions like midfielders or strikers. So if this video hits 10 likes, I will do this tier list video with midfielders in the Premier League. But starting off on our list, we've got a goalkeeper who, it's a bit of a tricky one, but it is going to be Bernd Leno. Now I'm just going, why are you not moving? There we go. Now I'm just going to put Bernd Leno in the good category for now. It doesn't mean that he's going to stay there, but looking at Bernd Leno, 4 clean sheets in 6 Premier League games for Arsenal this season, which on paper doesn't look fantastic. But I would say on multiple occasions, if it wasn't for Bernd Leno, Arsenal would have been burnt, because without him, they would probably be 17th or 18th place on the Premier League table. He's been one of their best performers so far this season, a few standout performances. He has not been bad for Arsenal this season and probably the only shining light for them at the moment. I mean, obviously, as I said, 4 clean sheets at the moment, 66 save success rate, which means for every 3 shots he concedes, he saves 2 of them. He has not had a bad season overall. It's just a pity Arsenal have not done the same. So, you know what? As I said, great season overall. I'm going to put him in great at the moment, which Arsenal fans, I would be happy with that. Don't argue that he should be higher. Let's be honest. For Arsenal to get anything this high up on a table this season, it is a miracle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be looking at a goalkeeper that I have no problem whatsoever putting in the best in the league category, and it is going to be Aston Villa's Martinez. Look, I genuinely can't believe this man was Arsenal's second, if not third choice goalkeeper for years. He has been spectacular. I will say his move to Aston Villa might be one of the best transfers in the Premier League this season, without a doubt. The most clean sheets for a goalkeeper in the Premier League this season, 8 clean sheets in 15 games, 77 save success rate, which literally means for every 10 shots he concedes, he saves 7.7 of them. Don't ask what that 0.7 is, but that is great. That means he basically saves every 8 in 10 shots. He is unstoppable. Penalty-wise, he is great, and his overall play is fantastic. We could see that in that game versus Manchester United. I mean, he really, although conceded 2 goals, he had a brilliant game, did a brilliant job, really knows how to read the ball. He's confident with his diving, and really deserves to, well, let's be honest, be higher than Bernd Leno on this list. I'm talking about a goalkeeper that has done super well. Unfortunately, it's time to talk about a goalkeeper that has not necessarily, as it is Matt Ryan from Brighton, who, let's be honest, his biggest claim to fame is Mia Khalifa saying that he's one of the best in the league, which, by the way, Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, I don't know who Mia Khalifa is. Please do not Google it. But looking at Matt Ryan, ever since Brighton got promoted to the I tend to move my arms a lot, don't I? But ever since Brighton got promoted to the Premier League, he's been one of their best players. But unfortunately, this season, I cannot say the same thing, because Brighton as a whole has defended really bad. And I think that shows in terms of Matt Ryan only getting 2 clean sheets this season, has had quite a few errors, 45 save success rate. Unfortunately, he has not had a good season at all. So I have to sadly definitely put him in the carriers category. I think that he's a great goalkeeper, but this season has not been impressive. I'm sorry, Matt. Next up, we've got English goalkeeper Nick Pope from Burnley. Going to put him in the good category for now, but I'm going to be honest, I think that he should actually stay in the good category. Look, he had a spectacular season last season, but this season started off really slow. I was not impressed with his first few games, in my opinion. Look, as of late, he's been brilliant. 6 clean sheets so far this Premier League season. He has looked really good lately, but had a slow start, and I'm not going to lie, in the last few games has had a few has had a few problems with discipline and has really cost Burnley a few points, or he has almost cost them a few points, and because of those unnecessary risks, I am going to put him in the good category. But you know what, if he continues his current form, he can definitely move up to the great category, but for now, Pope can go in the good category. Now, looking at a goalkeeper that was definitely worth it, it is going to be Bendy, and I'm sure Chelsea fans are so happy with him this season. Look, obviously anything past Kepa Arrizabalaga I think is pretty reasonable, and Bendy, wow, what a superstar start to his Chelsea career. I mean, so many clean sheets in the beginning. I think he equaled Peter Cech's record for them as a goalkeeper. He has been fantastic, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put him in the great category, and I know that's gonna piss a lot of Chelsea fans off, but to be honest, in their last few games for Chelsea in the Premier League, they have lost quite a few points, and I'm not gonna lie, I think Edouard Bendy is a lot to blame for it. Look, I think he's a confident goalkeeper. I think he makes crucial saves. But at the end of the day, he has cost them a few points due to poor judgment in the goalkeeping box. And once again, 1 or 2 discipline problems that has really cost Chelsea a few points when it comes to penalties. So because of that, I will put him in great. But you know what? If he continues the season the way he started it, definitely in the best of the league category. Next up, we've got Crystal Palace's very own Gaita, and it is so weird to think about Crystal Palace and their plethora of very good goalkeepers. I mean, Crystal Palace have got Hennessy, they've got Gaita, they've got Jack Butland. I mean, that is a lot of very good goalkeepers, and Gaita, I think, has been really good this season, and I'll keep him. I don't know if I'm going to keep him in the good category, because to be honest, on paper, he doesn't look that impressive, because look, he has made quite a lot of mistakes this season. From what I've seen, some of his passes have been very poor. Only 1 clean sheet this season, but on the other hand, he's had superb games like that one versus Tottenham Hotspur, so I really actually don't know what to do with Gaita. But at the end of the day, I put a lot of blame on that Crystal Palace's defense, because discipline-wise, they are very poor, they are very sloppy, and I actually don't blame Gaita that much. So you know what, I am going to put him in the good category. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a goalkeeper I'm sure you have all been waiting for, as it is for England's #1 goalkeeper and favorite goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. Now, Jordan Pickford is a bit of a weird one, because obviously last season he made a lot of mistakes, but I'll say this, I think this season he has improved a lot, but unfortunately for me, still way too many mistakes, and I think he's got a lot of competition now that Everton have signed Alison. But you know what, over the last few games, I think Pickford has picked up a tiny bit, and he has been a bit more impressive, but only 3 clean sheets at the moment in the Premier League, but that's because from time to time, Everton can be a bit sloppy. But you know what, 40 saves, 18 goals conceded, that is not bad for a goalkeeper, and that is why I think Jordan Pickford, the Ginger Ninja, deserves to be in the orange category. Next up, we've got a Champions League goalkeeper, very weird, but it is Areola from Fulham. Now, looking at Areola, look, I still don't ask me how Fulham got a goalkeeper who last season won a trophy with PSG and Real Madrid, and now he's at Fulham. To me, that is so bizarre, but I will say I've been very impressed with the likes of Areola as of late. I think that he has been the reason that Fulham have gotten some very crucial points as of late. I mean, he's gotten a few clean sheets, he has not looked bad defensively, and I think that he's been a reason Fulham have gotten a lot of their draws as of late. It is just a matter of Fulham really picking up attacking wise. But you know what, I have been very impressed with Areola at the moment. 54 saves so far in the Premier League, and he has an average rate of 4 saves per game. I think he is absolutely brilliant, and I don't know, it's tricky to put him between good and great, but you know what, I'm actually going to say great. From one French goalkeeper to another, passing the baton, or in this case, the baguette on it, is going to be Meslier from Leeds United, which just going to put him there for now. Don't worry, Leeds United fans, that's not necessarily where he will stay. And I'm not going to lie, for a player who's only like 20 years old, he has been one of the best goalkeepers in the league so far this season, in my opinion. Look, I know Leeds United have the worst defense in the Premier League at the moment, but to be honest, I don't think that's down to Meslier. I think Meslier has been very, very impressive overall. I mean, he's high potential. He's gotten 6 clean sheets so far in the Premier League. He has not looked bad. 64 saves. I mean, yes, he does have a few sloppy passes from time to time, but for someone his age, he has a lot of confidence. So, you know what? I'm actually going to keep him in the good category on this list. Not necessarily great. I think he's had a few really good games, but you know what? He is still young. He is still learning. From time to time, he's standing in the wrong place, or he won't use his strength, or he doesn't have the ability yet to really judge a jump to punch away a ball. But as I said, that is something that will come in due time. But for his age, his ability is amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to look at the son of a legend, Kasper Schmeichel. Now, looking at Kasper Schmeichel, I don't know, it's quite weird. Where do I put him on the list? I mean, probably in the meantime deserves to go in the good category, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, there are not going to be a lot of goalkeepers in the carriers or the it is what it is category, because believe it or not, the best league in the world is going to have quite a few good players. Now, looking at Schmeichel, look, last season I found he made way too many mistakes, obviously giving Jesse Lingard his only goal of the season and making a fan lose a lot of money in a bet because of it. But this season, I think Schmeichel has made far less mistakes and he has looked very impressive because of that. But unfortunately, I think I'll keep him in the good category because from time to time, his passing is not great. His delivery can be poor and sometimes he doesn't put enough power behind the ball when it comes to making a save. But at the end of the day, he is a very decent goalkeeper, has had some amazing games this season, but for me still hasn't been quite impressive enough, and I know that he can do a lot better than what he is currently doing. But you know what, Schmeichel in the meantime, decent goalkeeper, I'll keep him mid-table. Going from one Premier League winning goalkeeper to another, it is going to be Alison, and Alison is a tiny bit of a weird one. For the meantime, I'll put him in the best of the league category because, look, let's be honest, I know a stone's going to come flying through my window from a Liverpool fan if I don't. But you know what, Alison, I would say I have been very impressed with him this season. I mean, looking at him statistically, only 4 clean sheets in his last 13 Premier League games. But you know what, he is one of those players where you can't look at stats like that because, let's be honest, majority of this season, Liverpool have been missing key defensive players. And in those games, Alison has been very, very good, has made very few mistakes from what I have seen. And as we saw beginning of the season, when he was injured, obviously Adrian played in his place and they conceded a lot of goals. I mean, they conceded half their goals this season to Aston Villa. But you know what? Ever since Alisson Becker returned from injury, we realized how crucial he is to the squad, and because of that, he deserves to be in the best of the league category, because when he plays, he is near impossible to get past. And of course, if you put the likes of Alison in the best in the league category, I feel like it's only fair to put the likes of Edison there as well. Once again, one of the most clean sheets in the Premier League this season with 7 clean sheets. He's actually had a very decent season overall, but I don't know, to me, once again, I should have made a category between best in the league and great, because if there was, I would put him there. Otherwise, he's in the lower ends of best in the league or higher ends of great in the league. I mean, yes, I could have made a new category. I know I made this tier list, but we are too far into this and I don't care that much. So you know what, meantime, Edison goes best in the league. As I said, 7 clean sheets so far this season, only 12 goals conceded. That is very, very impressive. But I don't know, from time to time, he still makes too many mistakes and he can have poor judgment. I've seen far too many times this season and last season, he comes too far off his line. But you know what? Edison has really kept Manchester City in this and he has looked good this season. From the blue side of Manchester to the red side of Manchester, it is now time for David De Gea from Manchester United, which I'm going to put in the great category. I'm not going to lie, I am so tempted to put him in the best in the league category because as a United fan, as someone who watches him week in, week out. He has been spectacular this season. When it comes to using his feet, obviously that is what he's known for, his acrobatic saves. He has saved United on multiple occasions and he has looked so impressive, but it is very hard to put him there in terms of United's defense. Obviously started off very sloppy this season and it did not make David De Gea look good. Look, I think obviously De Gea, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, only 4 clean sheets, 30 saves, still good overall. I don't know, it's very tricky. A 59 save success rate does not look that good overall for a goalkeeper like David De Gea. Saying that, United have conceded some crazy good goals, but at the end of the day, there are 1 or 2 goals that I think De Gea really should have saved. And now to look at a goalkeeper that definitely does make his saves, it is going to be Darlow from Newcastle United. Going to put him in good for now. Look, going into the season, I was very confused not to see Dubravka. I was like, where art thou, Dubravka? But looking at Darlow this season, for a 30-year-old goalkeeper, I'm surprised I've never heard of him. Because this man is brilliant. To be honest, he has been one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season. That is right, I will put him there. You cannot tell me otherwise. Please do not hurt me in my sleep. I will take it back if it really offends you. But no, jokes aside, I think Darlow deserves to be there. He has been spectacular this season. Yes, only 3 clean sheets, but looking at him overall, 63 saves, multiple man of the match performances in my opinion. He has really kept Newcastle United in a lot of games, and we saw that versus Liverpool where he had 7 very crucial saves. I don't know, to me Darlow has been impressive throughout the season and is the shining light in that Newcastle United defense and genuinely really deserves to be at the top of this tier list. But from top of this tier list to bottom of this tier list, I'm so sorry, Aaron Ramsdale, but I might have to put you at the bottom in the carriers category because look, Sheffield United as a total has been absolutely shocking this Premier League season. Defensively, they have conceded way too much. Look, I think Ramsdale has a lot of potential behind him, but 0 clean sheets at the moment. 58 saves. He has had a few very promising moments. 2 errors leading to goal. I don't know. To me, I don't think Sheffield United should have gotten Aaron Ramsdale. Yes, I know that is his boyhood club, but he is still very young, still very inexperienced, and obviously got relegated with Burnley the season before that, proving that maybe he does have 1 or 2 many problems. I really think Sheffield United should have gone for someone a bit more experienced, like a Tom Heaton or a Begovic or someone like that. I think that Aaron Ramsdale has a lot of potential to him, but unfortunately, once again, just like Meslier that I mentioned earlier, his judgment is very poor. He is still learning, and obviously being at Sheffield United, it does not make him look good that they themselves are playing so bad. So because of that, sorry Ramsdale, I have to put you in the carrots category. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, this is like a yo-yo. We went up, we went down, and now we are going back up. I think that's how yo-yos work. I don't know, I've never really been good at it. But we have Alex Mccarthy, who, meantime, I'll put at good. I'm definitely going to move him higher up because, in my opinion, I think he's been one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season. He has been so impressive for Southampton, and at times when Southampton's defense was shocking, he really was the shining light in their defense in terms of their goal. I mean, look, 7 clean sheets, 16 games, 47 saves. He's made very few mistakes and his distribution is incredible. But as I said, from time to time, he does make his mistakes, but I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I feel so weird putting more goalkeepers in the best of the league category than great. It just doesn't look right, but it's my tier list, so I'm going to do it. Next up, we've got a Premier League favourite in the likes of Hugo Lloris from Tottenham Hotspurs, who he's had a really good season. He definitely at least deserves to go in the greats category. I think Hugo Lloris is one of those players who is known for making mistakes from time to time. Unfortunately, he doesn't always think when he has the ball and can cost his team a few goals. But you know what? This season, I will say this, he has been much wiser and much smarter this season. And because of that, he has earned Tottenham Hotspurs some valuable points and he has had some crucial saves. But to me, unfortunately, I still think that 1 or 2 of the goals that Tottenham Hotspurs have conceded so far this season, I do think Hugo Lloris should have saved them. I think he has been outstanding this season and definitely deserves a lot of credit. And really, I think he will go down as a Premier League legend one day when he retires. But this season so far, I think he's been great. Nothing more, nothing less. He has been great, and I think that's something to be proud of. I would like to be great at something one day in life. I would be pretty happy with that. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a surprise goalkeeper in the fact that he's been so surprising this Premier League season, and it is going to be Sam Johnston. Don't care what you say, I'm putting him in the best of the league category because he has been so good for West Brom United. Look, West Brom don't look good by any means. I don't even know if Big Sam can make West Brom look good, but Sam Johnston has been immaculate between the posts, and I can't even remember what that word means, but I will use it because Sam Johnston, look, he has been incredible. I don't know what it is with the Manchester United Academy and producing really good young goalkeepers, but Johnston has been so special for West Brom, having some very, very crucial saves, one of the best in the league, as I said, 66 saves, 4 saves per game. He really does look unstoppable, and he can be so hard to get past, and we've seen that in probably almost every West Brom game this season. He has been spectacular and deserves to be in best of the league category. I don't care how many goals he's conceded, he's been so good. Now it is time for our second last goalkeeper in the likes of Fabianski, the Polish goalkeeper, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, as I did say, if you want me to do this tier list with other positions, hit that like button down below, and please do subscribe. If you are not, would love to reach 1,000 subscribers. But Fabianski, putting him on this list, just going to put him in the good category in the meantime. He has not looked bad this season. 5 clean sheets in 16 games, 50 saves, 70% success rate. He is so reliable between the posts, and he has an average save rate of 3.1 saves per match. To me, Fabianski is the complete goalkeeper. I mean, I can't believe he's already in his 30s. To me, that is so sad because, I mean, looking at him, you feel like he's got so many years left. I mean, he's one of those goalkeepers that can play until he's 40 years old. He has been so good this season and deserves to go in the great category because although West Ham United as a whole have performed very, very well this season, a lot of their good defensive performances do have to be given credit to Fabianski. We have now reached our final goalkeeper on this list, and it is going to be Wolverhampton Wanderers' Rui Patricio, the Portuguese goalkeeper, which, Wolves really have a thing for Portuguese players, don't they? It's like one of those old ladies that only shop at Tesco's or at Walmart or... Guys, I'm sorry, I'm South African. We don't have any of these shops. It's really hard to make this comparison. But you know what? Looking at Rui Patricio, I'm going to put him... He's going to be my only player in the it is what it is category, to be honest. And that might partially be because I have OCD or CDO. That's OCD in alphabetical order. I like to keep things neat. But looking at Patricio, I think he is a standout goalkeeper, but I don't think he's been spectacular so far this Premier League season. 4 clean sheets in 16 games. Once again, that is not bad. But 61% success rate. Once again, it's not bad, but it's not good. And that is literally the meaning of it is what it is. Not bad, not good. He has been okay. And he is okay where he is. He deserves to be at Wolverhampton Wanderers. But at the end of the day, I do find that he does concede goals that he really shouldn't. And it has been spoken about this entire season that he struggles with low-driven shots and free kicks. So until he works that out, he deserves to be in the it is what it is category. But ladies and gentlemen, saying that, that is my tier list. Tell me what you think about it in these where do people talk? In the comment section down below. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot that. But please tell me what you think about it down below, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, and tell me what position you want to do next. And of course, guys, this is Finn, FYNN. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. You know the story. I do love and appreciate every single one of you. Stay awesome. Goodbye.
Unknown Brain, Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations.